So you start studying from that material, and I will send you this page also, this slide means where I'm writing this thing, okay? If that help you in any way. So we discussed up to this. Yeah, I left this problem for you. Correct. I can remember now. So have you tried to see this thing?
Yes, sir.
So what is your observation? Means what you have seen?
So the inverse of every group
Hmm.
is co-prime to the base number.
Yeah, that means just a little bit small. Means you have understood correctly, but inverse of not group means the inverse of those elements will exist which are coplanar to n. If I think about Zn under multiplication, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes.
If I consider Zn under multiplication, so and you can see whatever material I have given you, everything you will find there. So actually, if I consider a structure Zn where multiplication modulo n, then those elements will have inverse which are co-prime to n, correct?
Yes, sir.
Right or not? So that means
Yes, sir.
we
Yes.
can say that Zn, Zn star means I have to exclude 0 because 0 cannot have any inverse. So I can say that, can I, that means if I write this thing, that Zn star means Zn excluding 0 and multiplication, here multiplication means multiplication modulo n, is a group if n is prime. Can I say that? Because
Yes,
if
sir.
n is prime, then every element will be co-prime to it.
Yes, sir.
So then every element will have inverse, and identity is there. That is one. Other two properties, closer and associative, is obvious. So this Zn star will be a group if n is a prime. So that is an observation which we can make out of these tables. Very good, very good. Who has given the answer?
Sonamitra.
Hmm?
Sonamitra Ghosh.
দাঁড়া আমি লিস্টটা দেখি নামের। অনমিত্র, correct? অনমিত্র, very good,
Yes,
অনমিত্র,
sir.
very good. So this, now let us solve quite a few problems today. The first one is, if a b an identity, a be an element, a be an element of a multiplicative group of a multiplicative group identity. Are you getting a buzzing sound?
No, sir.
I'm getting that.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
of There's a buzzing sound now.
Yes, sir.
Just I'm doing one thing. I'm logging out and I'm rejoining again. Okay,
Okay,
it's
sir.
very irritating. Just a minute. I'll rejoin once again. You all people stay here. I'll rejoin once again. I don't know what happened. Anyway, Okay, so the question is, if A be an element of a multiplicative group with identity element E and A square equal to A, then show that A equal to E. That is a problem. So let us solve it. So since A is an element of the group, A inverse exists in the group. Right or not?
Yes, sir.
Now it got stopped. Now, A squared equal to A, if I consider, this implies if I operate post operate A inverse equal to A inverse, which implies A square can be written as A operated with A. This I'm writing, this means A operated with A. It is a multiplicative group, means whatever be the multiplication, the operation is that. So A inverse is equal to the identity element E, correct or not? Which implies A operated with A inverse is equal to E. How? By associativity.
Yes, sir.
Which implies A operated with E equal to E, which implies A equal to E. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Is it okay? Great. So it's a very simple kind of observation. Now the next one, the next problem is show that if every element show that if every element of a group G with some operation not be its own inverse, then the group is abelian. Then it is an abelian group. What is the meaning of abelian group? What is the meaning of abelian group?
It has a commutative property.
Yes, along with the four properties, the commutative property will also exist. Acha, so then what do we need to show that if we have to show that a group is an abelian group? What do you have to show? বলো তুমি এক্ষুনি আনসার দিয়েছো। Just now you have answered. What do you have to show? If you have to show that a group is an abelian group, কি দেখাতে হবে? We need to show that the commutativity holds. Correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How to show commutativity holds? কি দেখালে বোঝা যাবে যে হ্যাঁ commutative property hold করে?
A not B is equal to B not A.
A not B equal to B not A for any AB chosen from the group. Okay, let us
Yes,
try
sir.
to prove that. Okay, let us try to prove that. Okay, before that, I'll tell you something. Let A, B belongs to G. Then AB whole inverse is equal to B inverse A inverse. Can you tell me why? Because pretty simple. AB whole inverse operated with B inverse A inverse. If we calculate this, this will be A, B, sorry, AB whole inverse equal to B inverse. Okay, okay, fine. Just tell me how I can show that actually, the inverse of this particular element, say if I consider this as an element and this as an element. So whatever is written is the inverse of this particular element is this one. How I can show that? That the inverse of this particular element is this one. Have you got my question? When you will say that X is the inverse of Y, or when you will say that Y is the inverse of X.
So when X is operated on Y, it will give us an identity element.
Correct, correct. When X operated with Y will give us the identity, and Y operated with X will also give us the identity, right?
Yes, sir.
So similarly, how we can show that the inverse of this particular element is this element?
If we operate both, we will get identity
Identity.
element.
Okay, let us see. So AB operated with B inverse is equal to A, B operated with B inverse, A inverse. Why I have written this?
Associative property.
Associativity. Now B inverse is the identity, so it is A inverse. So that means I can consider this as A inverse. So that is A inverse. So that means identity. And similarly, B inverse A inverse operated with AB is equal to B inverse A operated with B, that is B inverse E operated with B, that is B inverse B, that is identity, correct? So these two elements are inverse of each other, right or not?
Yes, sir.
Therefore, AB whole inverse will actually be equal to B inverse A inverse. This is a simple observation I'm making before solving this problem. So now let us solve this problem. So our question is, if every element is self-inverse in a group, then the group is abelian. And to show abelian, we need to do, what do we need to do? We need to pick up two element AB, and we need to show AB is equal to BA. Fine, let us pick up two element. Let A comma B belongs to G. Or you can write Z naught also, it doesn't matter. Then every element is self-inverse. Then A operated with B will also an element of G. Why? I'm saying I have picked up two elements A and B, and I am saying that if I operate them, the result will also lie in G. Why? Can I say this? Or what enables us to say this?
It is a group, so closure property.
Exactly. Very nice. Very, very good. By closure property. By closure property. Very, very good. I'm very happy. So now, furthermore, we have given a condition that every element is its own inverse. That means every element is its own inverse, means this element, the inverse of this element will be the element itself, correct or not? Because it is also a member of the group. Now, as per the given statement, A operated with B is equal to A operated with B whole inverse. Tell me, am I right or not?
So I didn't understand this part.
What is written in the question? What is written in the question? Look at the question. If every element in a group be its own inverse. Now you said A operated with B is an element in the group, so it will be its own inverse.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Read the statement that is given to you. The statement that is given to you says every element be its own inverse. So since A operated with B is an element of the group, it will also be its own inverse. Correct or
Yes,
not?
sir.
And furthermore,
Yes,
we
sir.
say then A star. Acha, here I can also write AB belongs to G, then A star B belongs to G. Therefore, I can write since AB belongs to G, A inverse equal to A, B inverse equal to B, and A operated with B whole inverse equal to A operated with B. Correct or not? As per
Yes,
the
sir.
statement, every element is its own inverse. So A will be its own inverse.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Now, this is equal to B inverse operated with A inverse as per the formula we have learned just now.
Yes, sir.
Then what? Then what? Next what? Next what? What do you have to prove?
Commutative.
What do you have to prove? Commutative. That means what do you have to show?
Uh,
We have picked up two arbitrary elements A and B from the group. We have to show that the group is commutative. That means the binary operation is commutative. So what we have to show?
A not B is equal to B not A.
Yes. Now we have reached up to this. After this, what we will do? Everything is in front of you. So after this, what we will do?
So B operated with A.
This is equal to B operated with A. Why this is equal to B operated with A? Because B inverse is B. B is a member of
Yes,
the
sir.
group.
Yes,
B is
sir.
an element of the group. So B inverse is B. As per the given statement, every element is self-inverse. A is an element in the group. So A inverse equal to A. So that means this is B operated with A. Right?
Yes, sir.
Since A, B belong to G, A equal to A inverse and B equal to B inverse. Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Now, we had chosen AB arbitrarily from the group. We have not chosen any specific element. So this derivation can be done for every two element in the group. So I will write since A and B had been chosen arbitrarily, arbitrarily, A operated with B equal to B operated with A for all A, B belongs to G. Can I write this statement?
Yes, sir.
Hence, G is an abelian group. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Everybody understood?
Yes, sir.
Everyone understood? Okay. The third problem. Now, the third problem, I will invite you to think and suggest me how we will solve it. Prove that a group with three elements is necessarily abelian. Is necessarily abelian. Now, you people suggest me how this can be proved.
So only three element.
Only three elements. Is any group where you have only 3 elements will be necessarily abelian. Think for a minute. I'm giving you 1 minute to think. Think for a minute. Have you been able to come up with anything? Hmm?
So can we say that A operated on B is C because it has closure property and
Okay. 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 Let us do step by step. Uh, let Okay. Can you tell me? Uh, means can a null set form a group? Is it necessary that there has to be one element in a group? Can a null set be a group? Or can
then
you
there is
answer
no
me
binary.
what is
So
the
there is no.
smallest
So smallest is two
smallest
element.
group that is possible to exist
So
for
two
any
element.
specific? Sorry, only
That we need to at least two element for in a group.
at least two element. Okay. What are the two elements?
So it can be anything.
Then will the closure property hold? See, if I consider two element, a set 1, 2, and my operation is multiplication, will it be a group? Will the closure property hold? Just think, will the closure property hold? Yes or no? If I consider two element in a
So the
group,
inverse is not present in the.
first of all, will the closure property hold?
Yes, sir.
How?
1 multiplied by 2 is 2, so it is
Okay,
in the
then
group.
2 multiplied by 2?
4. It's not in the group.
So,
It's
will closure property hold?
no, sir.
That is the biggest problem in having a finite set as a group. That's why sets, finite sets which are group are important. For example, if you look at 1 omega omega square with multiplication, this will form a group, correct? Because nicely closure property hold here. But if you consider this particular structure, then this structure will not be a group. Basic problem is closure property. It's not that you can operate an element with itself also. Now, when I define binary operation, we have never said that the two elements has to be distinct, right?
Yes, sir.
But in 1 omega omega square, that is not a problem. You do whatever. So now tell me from this perspective, what will be the smallest group that is possible to exist in world? That is the group which contains only the identity element, right or not?
Yes, sir.
You see, everything is satisfied. Means for any operation, the smallest possible group that can exist is only, sorry, is the identity element only. means the singleton set with the identity element only. And null set cannot be a group because our definition was there has to be an element identity. There there exists an identity element. So in a null set you don't have any element. So when we defined say group, how we defined the group? Yes, there exists an element. Look at the word. There exists an element. So in null set, you don't have this element. All other two things are vacuously proved, what you can say in mathematics. But you fail in this case, right or not?
Yes, sir.
So now tell me, okay. So a group with three distinct elements. That means if I consider a group with three distinct elements, then one element for sure should be the identity one, correct?
Yes, sir.
So one element is the identity element and other two distinct elements are A and B, I am assuming. Let this with any binary operation, star is a group. And certainly when I have written a set means in a set we know that we write distinct elements only, correct or not? So A, B are distinct. Now three possibilities can occur. What are the three possibilities? That basically in general two possibilities can occur. What are the two possibilities? Every element is self-inverse. Now we know that. Now what is the inverse of the identity element? Can anybody tell me? What is the inverse of identity element?
So itself.
Itself. Now we know that E inverse equal to E. That is done. Hence, if A inverse equal to A and B inverse equal to B, then tell me then what will happen?
So then A and B are both identity element.
No. Who said A and B are both identity element? The inverse of an identity element is the identity element. But if an element, the inverse of an element is itself, then there is no guarantee that it has to be the identity element. There can be so many examples where an inverse of an element is itself. If we check the previous cases, say examples, say anywhere, if we consider this example, there can be so many cases where you get that the inverse of the element is itself, but that is not the identity element. So if we consider, yes, if we consider, oh, these are multiplicative tables. Yes, if you consider 3 here, oh, so that is 2, additive 5. There can be so many examples where an element can be inverse, self-inverse, but that is not the identity element. There can be so many examples. For okay. For example, if you, oh, did I talk about one? Yes, this one. Say if I consider this thing, what is the inverse of -1? In this group?
-1.
So -1 is self-inverse, but is it the identity element?
No, sir.
The identity element is 1, correct? So there can be so many cases where you will see that an element is not self-inverse, but it is not the identity element. But the other thing, other way is always correct. Means for an identity element, the inverse is itself. But if for an element, its inverse is that element only, then it is not necessary that the element has to be identity. Have you got the point?
Yes, sir.
So what we are trying to prove? We are trying to prove that this element is a group. this structure is a group, and if E inverse equal to A inverse equal to A, B inverse equal to B, means if every element is the inverse of itself, then by whatever we have proved earlier, we can say that the group is abelian group. See, we proved this thing earlier. If every
Yes, sir.
element
Yes,
of the
sir.
group is its own inverse, then it is an abelian group. So if the case is like this, that every element is its inverse, then it is abelian group. Right now,
Yes, sir.
by the previous example. Now, you in your exam, if this comes, you should not write by the previous example. You need to prove whatever you have done earlier. Then here I am writing the previous example. Then by the previous example, G is abelian. Okay. So if this case happens, then G is abelian. If this case does not happen, so can you tell me what are the other possibilities if this is not the case? Otherwise, E inverse equal to E, that is always correct. So otherwise, what can be A inverse? If A inverse is not equal to A, what will be A inverse? Remember, G is a group. That means
B.
A inverse will be a member of that group. So what will be A inverse?
Sir, B.
Otherwise, A inverse equal to B or A inverse equal to E.
Yes, sir.
Right? Because if A inverse is not equal to A, we know A inverse lies in that group. So it will be one of the two. And similarly, B inverse equal to what you can write?
Either A or B.
Correct. B
A
inverse
or
equal to
E.
A or B inverse equal to E. Okay. Now, if A inverse equal to E, then A inverse whole inverse will be equal to E whole inverse, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, what will be A inverse whole inverse?
A.
So, A equal to, that means A equal to
E. E
E.
inverse. E.
E inverse means E,
Yes, sir.
right or not?
Yes, sir.
So, if this is the case, then you are getting A equal to E. Can this happen?
No, sir.
Not?
So in a group, there is only one identity element, unique identity element.
Yeah, that means this A can also be equal to the identity element.
So,
This
but
cannot
it is a
happen
set.
because A and E are distinct elements.
Yes, sir.
This cannot happen as A, comma E, comma B are distinct elements in G, correct?
Yes, sir.
Elements of G. So, A inverse is E. This cannot happen. So that means what is left with us? So what will be A inverse?
So only B.
Hence, A inverse is equal to B. So out of these two cases, these cannot happen. So A inverse equal to B. Similarly, can you show that B inverse? Similarly, what will be B inverse?
So if we in
There are two possibilities. Either B inverse will be equal to A or B inverse will be equal to E. So if I apply a similar kind of logic, think and tell me what will be B inverse.
so only A.
A. So that is the only possibility left. So if every element will be self-inverse, in that case, we have already proved it is an abelian. Or if that is not the case, then the only possibility left that one is means one is the inverse of other. Now we need to show that the group is abelian. Okay, fine. Now A operated with B Now B means we have proved that B is equal to A inverse. So that is A operated with A inverse, that is equal to E. Right or not?
Yes, sir.
Now E means I can write this as B operated with B inverse. And we have already proved B inverse equal to A. So that is B star A. So what do you have proved? A star B equal to B star A.
Yes, sir.
And we know that A operated with E, that is the identity element, equal to A, equal to E operated with A, and B operated with E equal to B equal to E operated with B. So you can see that whichever two element you pick up, always you can see A operated with B. Means in whichever order you operate, they are same, right?
Okay, sir.
Hence, what we can say? Hence, EAB, the structure is an abelian group. Tell me, right or not? Whew. Have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Copied whatever I have written? You can ask me if you have
No,
Yes,
any
sir.
sir.
doubt.
Wait.
Hmm?
Sir, wait 1 minute. Sir, I'm writing.
Okay, sure. Noted. In most of the cases, you will see that these problems are kind of applying logical reasoning, right? So if you think, means you have to think very logically to solve this kind of problems. That's why some people find it very interesting. Some people find these things boring and difficult. So I don't know what you will think. That depends on your aptitude. Copied?
Sir, done.
Okay, very good. Uh, now, now I will tell you something which you know already. That is permutation. Permutation. You have read in your +2 level. What do you mean by permutation? Permutation, a permutation a permutation is a 1-1 and onto mapping on the set of natural numbers. Do you know these words 1-1 onto mapping? This word 1-1 mapping, onto mapping. Do you know these things?
Yes, sir.
Huh? Okay. 1-1 mapping means what is the meaning of 1-1 mapping?
So each element of X has
Yeah, carry on.
Each element of X has a unique relation to each element of Y.
Okay, that means can I say that each element in the codomain set will have exactly one pre-image in the domain set?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
each element in the codomain set will have exactly one pre-image in the domain set. And onto mapping means every element in the codomain set will have a pre-image in the domain set. Right?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Very good. Uh, Fine. So, see, and set of natural number means apparently one on onto mapping on the set of natural numbers, onto mapping on the set of natural numbers, one onto. Okay, I have not written one thing. Self mapping. One onto self mapping on the set of natural numbers means it will map the set of natural numbers into onto itself, but in a one way. That means, for example, if I consider, say my set as I'm considering a simple set 1, 2, 3. This is my set S. Okay, this is my set S. Now, as a mapping, I can, if I name a mapping phi, I can consider a mapping phi of 1, it goes to 2. Phi of 2, it is 3, and phi of 1, that is equal to 1. This can be a mapping. Another mapping I can define as psi of, okay, let us consider this mapping as phi 1. So this phi 2 is this, phi 3 is this. Say another mapping I can define as, say, sorry. So this will be phi 1. So phi 1 mapping is this. Another mapping can be say, I can say as phi 2. Under phi 2, 1 can be mapped to, sorry, phi 3. 1 can be mapped to, say, 1. Under phi 2, 2 can be mapped to 2. Under phi 3, can I write that phi 3 is getting mapped to 2 also? If I write this, then can I say this phi 2 as a permutation as per the definition of permutation?
No, sir.
No. Why not?
So then one relationship is not established.
Exactly. Then one-one-ness will not be preserved. So phi 3 has to be mapped to 3. So in this way, I can have so many mappings. I can define a mapping phi 3 that is, say, it takes 1 to 3, phi 3 that takes 2 to, say, 2, and phi 3 that takes 3 to 1. This can also be a mapping, correct?
Yes, sir.
So I have got 3 mappings: phi 1, phi 2, means I have got 3 mappings: phi 1, phi 2, phi 3. So can you tell me how many mapping I will get like this? Any idea? For example, there can be another mapping, say phi 4. There can be another mapping, say phi 4, that is that will take 1 to 2. Phi 4 that will take 2 to uh, 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 2 to 1. Sorry, that
36.
will take 2 to 1. There can be another mapping phi 4 which will take 3 to 3. That can be another one. So how many mapping can I define in this way? Just I'm asking. Phi 5 if I take, that is taking 1 to sorry, that is taking 1 to, say, for example, 1. 5 5 that is taking 2 2, for example, say uh, or 2 2s that is taking uh, I need to create a different than this one. So I'm thinking, can I create that? Sorry, 1 2 1, uh,
Sir,
2 3, okay, 2 2 3, and then 5 5 that is taking 3 to 2. So is that different from the other one? Yes, different. Can I get anything else? Any other mapping? 5 of 1 is equal to 3. 5 of 5 is 5 5. Sorry, 5 6 of 2. 2 is equal to say
1.
1, and 5 6 3 that will be equal to 2. Can I get any other? Just think and tell me. Can I get any other arrangement? Can I get any other arrangement? So basically what we are doing, can you tell me what we are doing actually? If I write this mapping as, if I write this mapping in a shorter notation as 1 2 3, here 1 goes to 2, 2 goes to 3, 3 goes to 1. This is 1 2 3. This means 1 goes to 1, 2 goes to 2, 3 goes to 3. This is 1 2 3. That means 1 goes to 3, 2 goes to 2, 3 goes to 1. This is again, if I read 1 2 3, 1 goes to 2, 2 goes to 1, 3 goes to 3. Uh, uh, this is a shorter notation which we use to write permutations. 1 2 3. In this 5 5 mapping, 1 goes to 1, 2 goes to 3, 3 goes to 2. In this 5 6 mapping, 1 2 3. 1 goes to 3, 2 goes to 1, 3 goes to 2. Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
So if you look at the second rows, can you tell me what we have actually done here when I talked about this mapping? Just look at the second row, means the row that is below, means the second row of this, or whatever I have written in the second row. What do you have done here?
Rearrange the order.
Exactly. We have just basically, although we are talking about a mapping and all, but basically we are thinking about in how many ways we can arrange these numbers 1, 2, 3. And each arrangement is a mapping, right or not?
Yes, sir.
That's why the name is given as permutation. Now tell me, how many such permutation will exist in this case? Means, can I get any other
6 6.
permutation apart from this? So you have three numbers, 1 2 3. So with three numbers, in how many ways you can permute them?
So 6.
6, it is factorial 3. So
Yes, sir.
all means I will not get any other mapping, which is 1 1 and on 2. I'll get only 6 mappings, which is 1 1 and 2 on 2. So I can write here each phi 1, phi 2, phi 3, phi 4, phi 5, phi 6. Each of this is a permutation. Correct. So each of these thing is known as a permutation, right? Now, and I can now consider a set S. I have created this with three symbols, three elements, 1 2 3. So I'm denoting this by S3. That is a set phi 1, phi 2, phi 3, phi 4, phi 5, phi 6. So I can say that this is a set of all permutations on the set 1, 2, 3. Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
So now we were so far working with set of numbers. I talked about set of matrices also. Now we will do something with this set of mappings or with the set of permutations. We will try to define some binary operation on this set of permutations. And believe me, this will be very easy, but those who will be studying cryptography and all later will apply abstract algebra there. Will see this will have tremendous applications in those sections. So now basically for a while we will study about this set where my elements will be mappings. Which mappings? This kind of mappings. So in this way, if I have a set of 4 symbols, 1, 2, 3, 4, then can you tell me how many permutations we can have on that set?
4 factorial.
4 factorial. So in general, if we have a set of n symbols, so I can write if S is equal to say 1, 2, 3, etc. up to n, then Sn will have, Sn means the set of all permutations that is possible on this set of n symbols will have how many elements?
N factorial.
Will have n factorial elements. And you can think them from the perspective of mapping as well as, although we are saying mapping, but what we are doing, we are thinking about in how many ways we can arrange them or we can permute them. Is it right or not?
Yes, sir.
And henceforth, we will carry with this kind of a symbol. We will say that this is a permutation, or we will say this is a permutation. We will go ahead with this kind of symbols. So you think on this new kind of set that we have been introduced, set of all 1, 1 on 2 mappings or set of permutations. So each permutation actually is a mapping, or I am forming a set with where the elements will be these mappings. Now in the next class we will study about some properties of these set, and we will discuss of what kind of a binary operation we can define on this set. Now how we can operate 2 elements of this set, means how we can operate 2 mappings. Do you have anything in mind, any operation in your mind? Have you learned about any operation by which you can operate 2 mapping or 2 functions? Any operation by which you can operate 2 functions? Have you studied any such operation?
No, sir.
No. Okay. Think about it. I'm pretty sure you have studied. By which you can operate 2 mappings and get another mapping. So yeah, that's it for today, for this class. Meanwhile, you think you have, I'm pretty sure you have studied such an operation. Just put a bit emphasis, try to recollect what you have studied about mapping. You will certainly get such an operation, which I'll discuss in my next class. Any question up to this from anyone? Have you understood whatever we discussed today?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, great.
Yes, sir.
So can I stop the screen sharing?
Yes, sir.